One in blue.
May, pressure coming by Judon. May steps up, looking to keep it. May, touchdown! Herringer gets it away. Another good boot, driving Washington back to his 27-yard line. He bobbles it for a second, still going as he spins forward, trying to get to the outside. Washington gets by the punter, down the sideline. Malik Washington to the house. Touchdown, Miami. 74 yards. To Gibson, who gets a running start on that catch. Gibson across the 30. Antonio Gibson still going. Can he return the favor? Down the sideline. You gotta be kidding me. Back to back. A 90-yard touchdown.
I was coaching and calling a football game. So yeah, I wasn't spending my time considering what the fans were doing at all. The fans want their team to win, so I figure that if we win football games, that's I don't think it's personal. I think they want to win, and so do I. I think if I worry about my job security, I won't be doing my job. And I think that inherently is against all things that I believe in. I've never felt entitled to any sort of, I've never felt entitled to this position. And it's very important for me to spend all of my waking hours worrying about exactly how to do my job and all the residual effects of that. There's a lot of people affected. So yeah, I won't spend one moment thinking about all the things that, I don't know, people, whatever people want me to think about, I'm thinking about this team and the Buffalo Bills here after I get done with this podium.
Tell me how you feel about it now, child.
All right, Dad. When I was young, my daddy turned on the TV.
Uh-huh. That's what my daddy did to me.
And there it began when he said, girl, listen to me.
Oh, this is sounding way too familiar.
Then there's the Fins, the team in orange and blue. They never win.
That's still true.
But love them just like I love you.
Oh, man, sounds like it's happening all over again.
But
Daddy made me love the Dolphins. I'm sorry that
That's such a thing.
but
It's my life to love the Dolphins. Just don't expect no ring.
Everybody now.
Come on, everybody, get up. Get that coffee.
The Dolphins so
Many times I've asked myself why.
It's my life
To love the Dolphins, although they make me cry, piss me off, upset you, really mess up your night. Anyway, hey, we say good morning to everybody. Slow start, a real crappy finish, and starting to get a little finger pointing going on there. Yeah, it was a bad one. By the way, Patriots came out with a nice little game plan. We're going to run the ball a little bit, those short passes, keep getting first downs. Then we'll put a couple of other plays in there, free up some guys, and took an early lead. And I got to tell you, our former kicker, since it is a big day, and we got a big week for the Canes playing the Gators, well, I'll tell you, Mr. Borregales did everything he could to help his hometown. He did everything possible, that kid. He missed a couple extra points, and then he makes a long field goal, but he follows it up, not being able to hit that landing zone. Yeah, and so misses the landing zone, so the ball goes to the 40, and the Dolphins got some chance. We'll get into everything. First of all, Mario had his guys ready to go. I want to start with that. He deserves that. His team deserves that as they get ready. They were not looking ahead. They were focused like they were playing Notre Dame, and it was great to see. It shows maturity. Just a lot of good things on that team. And then they had a long break, and they came back and they went right back out and started kicking more ass. They did not let up on either side of the ball. A lot of good numbers and a good way to get set for the Gators, who had a 20-10 loss and a game that the Gator quarterback would like to forget about as quickly as possible. 5 interceptions. And we say 3 interceptions or 3 turnovers, you got no shot or very little shot. 5 makes it damn near impossible. So anyway, Coach going to join us coming up here about 10 minutes from now. We'll talk to Mario Cristobal, get set. Gator Week. Not only is it Gator Week, but we got the big show coming to town here, so that's going to be a lot of fun. College Game Day will be here, so all the boys will be here, Saban and Herbie and McAfee and Desmond and Reese and the whole group will be down there, and makes it even better. Just it's going to be fun, a lot of fun. College Game Day with those guys, Florida, Miami, 7:30 start, man, next Saturday. So this is going to be or this coming Saturday now. So anyway, it's going to be fun. And then on top of that, Miami Dolphins, who could not incredibly, an offensive-minded head coach with all the help any man could ever want. When you look at the names and their titles of all the help you should need, you would think that thing would be so organized, we would never be talking about having 2 chances at the end of a game where you've been throwing the ball all over the field. We'll get into all of it. Two chances offensively to score a touchdown in the last few minutes. 2 good chances, by the way, not like, hey, man, we're like backed up, we got 98 yards to go. I'm talking about great opportunities. Defense forces after the first one, you throw an interception. They run it back into good field position. Borgalis makes a long field goal. So hey, you're still right there. Touchdown. That's only makes it a 6-point game. All you got to do is march down the field and kick an extra point, and you're going to win the game. And there were, again, big game for all your skill guys, Achane, Hill, Waddle, all those guys coming up with big plays. By the way, and we'll get into special teams too, because they went to the all-time high only to go the all-time low on the very next play. You can't make that up. You have 2 chances offensively to score a touchdown in the last few minutes. Tua throws a pick. Only costs you 3 because your defense gets a stop, which they didn't do a lot in the first half. Next time out, you go sack to finish the game. So I tell you, he goes pick, sack. But it was all the other stuff. The false starts, delay a game, plays come in late, wrong personnel. I guess Tua's looking up. He sees 12 guys in the huddle, and here comes another guy. I guess they're going to try to play with 12 or 13 guys. So he sees that's not going to work. Now you're not sure if you should use the last time out or just go delay a game again. It looked like a group of kids just playing football for the first time. Somewhere like, I don't want to say varsity football in high school. I'm going to say JV football, where everybody's kind of learning and clock's running and you're going through all this stuff. For as many people they have helping to make sure, we basically now have a coach for every 2 players. You would think, after 2 games of this going on, this happened the last game, they just got their ass kicked so badly in the first game, nobody said a word about it. Delay a game on the 2-point conversion. 12 men in the huddle. What's with this 12 men in the huddle? What are you doing? Like, I got an idea if they have any free time at work, instead of watching film, maybe we ought to just call out certain groups to come in and they run on and off the field. Do that for an hour today. Take an hour today and have them run on and off the field with the groups they're supposed to be with, so that you don't have all this dysfunction. It's this can't happen. This and then on top of it, if your guys can't learn your system, maybe you need to simplify it a little bit. Maybe you're the smartest guy in the room and everybody else is way behind. I know I play with a bunch of guys just like me, not very smart. We had a simple offense, and it worked. It worked. And I know it was a long time ago, and I know it's a bad example because I know who was playing quarterback, and I know who the receivers were and the running back, and center's the greatest center. I know that. So it's a terrible example because we don't have that kind of personnel. But that personnel offensively, it's not bad. There's a lot of teams like to have our skill position players the way they played yesterday. That group, that's a group we've been waiting to see. But if you can't figure other things out, it really doesn't matter. So you got your center, giving him credit. He's like sprinting up there because you're running out of time. And Tua's going, I don't think this works. This personnel's not supposed to run that play. What do you guys do? What do we do besides have a good time at camp? What do we do? What happens at camp? Maybe less time off and a little more time there. Don't worry about pissing somebody off, maybe. It's incredible. And Mike took a shot yesterday at his players and his coaches for it in his press conference. But at the end of the day, Mike, you're the head man. Ain't nobody going to be talking about those other guys. Going to be talking about you. All right, we got to go to break here. We've got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. We're just getting started. But we're going to do some good stuff, man. Mario Cristobal, head coach of the Miami Hurricanes, will join us next.
104.3 FM.
It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right, these are always fun, and we got a great week coming up. Obviously, the Gators going to be in town. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on. But first, let's bring in Mario Cristobal, head coach of the Miami Hurricanes, 49-12. And I was a little concerned during the week. I was like, uh-oh, I hope they don't hang around. And Coach, man, congratulations. Those guys, they're ready to go from the kickoff, man, and did not let up even with a long delay.
Good morning, Joe. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm doing good, Coach. Hey, Coach, I do want to ask you, though, so was it hard to get guys motivated, or do you feel guys kind of got the message like, hey, these guys, they got 2 good wins, and they're trying to make it 3, and they're good on the road? What was the message all week?
Well, I think the message for them came in the form of the narrative, right? The narrative out there was that we were playing a team that was knocking out top 25 teams one after another. And they're very talented and well coached. A lot of respect for their coach and their people. But our guys refuse to be part of that narrative of, we do our own stuff, man. Our guys feel like they don't want to let anything or anyone get in the way of doing our job. And our guys went in there with an edge and played really hard, really physical, and ended up executing at a high level. Before we get into all the play and some of the young guys, everybody, it was just so much fun to watch. You have a long delay. You have a long, long delay to the point. I always used to go, man, this is how guys get hurt if they don't stay warm up. Can you just tell us what you did during that time, almost 2 hours, hour and a half, just to keep guys ready to go? We have, fortunately for us, living in South Florida, you practice delays, right? Yeah. You practice it all the time. And, we actually, the week before we played our first game, we had the exact same scenario, went through all the processes from, keeping the players engaged to what we're putting in our bodies to when do we start stretching again, how long to keep them off their feet before we move them again. So keeping them hydrated and focused without getting them overly hyped and burning energy. So, we feel really good about that protocol, so we put it into action, and it worked out really well for us. There's so many good things to talk about. I'll just start with your defense and Byram. The first thing I'd like to thank is the fans that stuck around, because that was almost a 2-hour delay. It was. And obviously players and coaches think, well, by the time we got out there, everybody went home, but we come out and they were going bananas. So just awesome. Really appreciate them and need them to take it to a new level this weekend. Yeah. Hey, so Byram Brown just did a great job. Never let him get going. I thought put some hard hits on him. You had to be pleased with the way those guys played up front. Guys up front did a really good job at the line of scrimmage. Byram Brown is a high-level player that changes the game with his arm, with his feet, and we did a good job compressing the pocket. He got loose a couple times, and I'll tell you what, he had some great downfield throws, but we recovered well, rallied to the football, and lived to play some really strong red zone defense, and we're able to hold in the field goals and then extend our lead. And, that plays into our hands when we're able to get, a little bit of a wider gap and let our guys up front play football. So I got to tell you, it was fun to watch from where it was and is now, the improvement of that wide receiver room. And I know there's been improvement across the board, and I'm not taking away from everything, but Josh Moore, we saw this the first day out there, and I was standing next to you, and he's running by people, stutter and go and catching. And, you're like, all right, he's got a long way to go, but yeah, you see the talent. He jumps up and comes back in the end zone, makes a great catch as a true freshman. And it's just that whole group of guys in that room, all of them, some CJ and all the rest of them making huge plays. 3 great catches were made in that game. But that room overall, what are your thoughts on their improvement so far? Just tremendous progress, Joe. I mean, a very diligent, hardworking group, a very selfless group. I think what really stands out is the enthusiasm, like the energy you see from a guy. Like watching Malachi Tony go crazy when Tony Johnson comes across the middle and catches that big one on 3rd and 3. Like that shows you they're legitimately in it for each other. So they just work their butts off. They're taking we're improving at blocking, which we still got to get a whole lot better at. We're getting better at the contested ball. So you see a group that's just working really hard and progressing and is hungry for more.
Carson Beck comes out. He stays on that mission, man. 23 of 28, 340 yards. And you could tell he's getting more and more confidence in the guys and the system and playing in front of that big offensive line, huh?
He is. He gets better and better every single week. I thought the best part was being unfazed by the turnover. You know, I think that's something that is critical for, as you know, you've been with the best, man. A quarterback that could shake it off and get pissed off and go back in there and want more and want to do better after a turnover or a bad play. That's priceless. And he showed that. And not to mention his teammates showed all the faith in the world in him as well. So they went right back to work and got it done.
Bryce Fitzgerald, another guy that missed. I know we've talked about this a zillion times, went to Columbus High School, makes another nice play. He just seems like but besides he must study, but he's got a great feel for the game. Nice interception for him as a true freshman as well. What do you see every day with? I know part of it was you were wondering how he was going to tackle and his overall play, but boy, his ball skills are ridiculous.
Yeah, Joe, I think what we're seeing in him and the rest of our guys is the things that we're applying and emphasizing in practice are showing up more and more during the course of the game. And when you're a freshman that never had spring ball, you really have to accelerate your course. And he's done that, and that's hard to do. So he deserves a lot of credit. So do his coaches. But I do believe, man, he's just getting started. He's going to get more and more time out there, and he's a guy that we trust to make the right decision, to make the right play when his number is called.
Yeah, and then on top of all that, the defense just everybody's kind of watching because see what this defense, it just seems to get better and better. They play well together, and also being deeper now at that position gives you a lot more confidence. You can do things and keep guys fresh.
Yeah, technique and fundamentals are showing up. Running to the football is showing up. We're improving. We're improving. We're getting better. We still have a long ways to go, but it's certainly, we're doing a good job leveraging the football and being in position and getting guys on the ground. I think we had 9 missed tackles, which I know Coach Heatherman is so diligent and absolutely just, you know how he gets after you in a practice. So a lot of improvement, man. A lot of improvement, a lot more.
Hey, yeah, I couldn't read you on the sideline. I was trying, but I was guessing that their D-line was trying to get you guys to jump the gun a little bit, and we're moving. Was that one of the things that you were seeing during the game? Is that what I was hearing on the sideline, you talking to the officials?
Yes, sir. They that's what we felt. We felt that they were mimicking our cadence, which, nowadays. Football and getting down.
By the way, C.J. Daniels catch again. Pass interference, reaches out. Man, when you got him, and the guys from LSU were saying, hey, you got a really good one, man. He is really good. And, boy, he has been everything that everybody thought he'd be. He's got great hands and concentration. Not as good as the catch we saw a couple weeks ago against Notre Dame, but, damn, that was special.
CJ is, we all see the highlights and whatnot, but what no one sees is what he does behind the scenes. He is here at all hours, and he is grooming and teaching and leading that position group in every way possible, from the classroom to extra work, to film work, to technique and fundamentals. Exceptional human being. He was a team captain for the game on Saturday. And, again, his best football is ahead of him, too.
All right, so here we go. Everybody's been waiting for this one. It's going to be fun. And, oh, by the way, college game day on campus. Saban and Herbie and McAfee and Desmond Howard and Reese Davis. That just adds to the whole game. I just think it's a great show and a great way to kick off college football having them here.
No, it sure is. It's an unbelievable opportunity for, for the university, the campus, the program to be showcased. And even more importantly, it's an opportunity for us to do a great job not being distracted and keeping the main thing what it's supposed to be, making sure that we all understand that everybody working together has granted us tremendous progress, and we're getting better and better. And now as we, take on what's the most talented opponent that we have faced, that we continue to elevate our processes and get better.
I hope everybody realizes the Gators do have a lot of talent on that team. And by the way, they're in that LSU game, except, as you know, you can't turn it over 5 times like Lagway had a rough one with the 5 picks. What do you see with the Gators so far from just a little bit of tape you've watched, or a lot?
A ton of NFL talent, speed, size, power, very high level football team, coached really, really well. And again, really excited for the opportunity.
Yeah, listen, that is you wait for games. Like, Mario, you were in these games. I mean, you've been there with the Florida States and the Floridas and the Notre Dames. What a great schedule and great opportunity. Just the excitement. You could sell 100,000 tickets to all these games at Hard Rock. They're just a lot of fun, and I guess you don't have to say much, but I was really impressed, man. Your guys did not look ahead one bit when they could have, and you listened to all your friends and social media. You guys got them. You're going to kill them. You guys didn't take any of the bait on that one.
Well, I mean, the film doesn't lie. I think our guys are dedicated enough. They're diligent, and they are smart. They love ball. They love being around each other. And when you turn on film, I mean, these teams that we're playing, they got great players, man. They got great players. They're beating great teams. So you have to be out of your mind or have your eyes closed not to realize that you have to be at your very best. And that means Sunday through, kickoff and then beyond, all the way through the game. So we're understanding that concept more and more. And honestly, we just want to get back to work, man. We want to just cut out all the BS and all the hype and nonsense. We just want to get back to work.
All right. Well, listen, don't cut out my job all week talking about the game. But listen, it's been great. It's exciting, and congratulations on that win and going forward. And these next couple of games are going to be a lot of fun. Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate you, Joe. Go Canes.
All right. Mario Cristobal, head coach for the Miami Hurricanes, coming on this morning, spending some time and just talking about fun game to watch, man. Great stops on 4th down. Some nice drives mixed in, pass, run, just fun to watch. All right, we got to go to break here. We got a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff, and the highs of the Canes and the lows of the Dolphins. That's kind of what happened. Same stadium, but a big difference in Saturday and on Sunday. Hey, right now I want to tell you about Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED, low T. Hope you're not going through it, but sooner or later you will. You can laugh about it. You can be bummed out about it, or you can go to Atlantic Men's Clinic and get it taken care of. I always start with low T, where your energy is way down. You find yourself tired, and everybody's telling, well, it's just part of life. You're getting older. You're stressed. You're going through a lot, and foggy and snappy, and a lot of things, man, even cause depression. I'm telling you, just everything gets worse, and And it's all part of low T. It really is. A lot of it is just flat out low T. And then ED usually follows. Sex drive's gone. First it's hit and miss, and then it leaves. And boy, when it leaves and you have that combination of ED and low T, it's a bad thing. It was rough. But I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic. I had great results. I know you are too. And if you're going through this right now and you know it, it's going to happen to every guy out there, by the way. Every guy. Nobody gets a hall pass on ED and low T. Sooner or later, sometimes in your 40s, sometimes in your 50s, but it's going to happen. And when it does, go to Atlantic Men's Clinic. If you want to knock it out and you still care enough to want your energy as you get older, want your sex drive to stay around and enjoy your wife and girlfriend, hopefully one or the other, not both. But if it is South Florida. You never know. Hey, the PSA test, you get it all done. You get your testing. They'll put you on a great program. You'll meet with their professionals, and they police your program to make sure you get the best results. 7 locations in South Florida to serve you, including a brand new one in Hollywood. Call them today, 877-455-7300. Set up that first appointment. It's the most important one. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com and knock out ED and low T. Do it. Start it today.
I don't see, that's the responsibility of a head coach, that you go into knowing that. That being said, I'm very frustrated with, collective, there's some basically coaches and players that did not execute communication in a very dire period of the game. With the game on the line, our communication and our substitution was not up to par, and ultimately that is my, I hold all responsibility for all things. So I will make sure that things that should already be ironed out moving forward, we will not fall victim to the same thing again, as I have to ensure that with we'll put the appropriate emphasis on that, because it was not acceptable. We had the opportunity to win the game, and we robbed it from ourselves.
All right, Mike McDaniel talking about his coaches not getting it done, and his players and everybody not knowing what they're supposed to be doing. I don't know. I don't know how that happens. And if everybody, I'm guessing you didn't notice anything at practice, maybe, that all of a sudden they get in a home game and they don't know, and the same things are happening. You're burning timeouts because you're not ready. Guys that are jumping off sides because your centers run up there trying to snap the ball before the time clock runs out. It was a crap show. And the biggest plays of the game, you've got two chances offensively at the end of the game to win. That Patriots team, it was hot out there, man. They didn't look it. They were getting sacks, and Tua throws a bad pick and then runs out of bounds for one sack and then gets sacked in the game on the next drive. False starts, delay a game, plays come in late, wrong personnel for 12 players in there. Tua thinks he sees a 13th player coming. You can only play with 11. Lack of communication and whatever. Tua says, we got to get to the bottom of this. And I'm like, wow, well, this is not normal. This doesn't happen during all this time you spend together. What are you doing? I'd love to know, what are you doing? I don't know. If I was Mr. Ross, Tom Garfat, what are you guys doing? All this stuff's new to everybody. I know I played a zillion years ago, and I'm trying not to use it as an example. But we had a third practice or an afternoon of a walkthrough, was all brain work. Things that could happen, personnel, and if you're over there, and listen, he did it over and over again, like fundamental stuff. But it was like, look we go over this all the time. Don't be playing, he liked to say, don't be playing grab ass over on the sideline. Pay attention. Let's get our work done. Blitz breakoffs, all this stuff. So we're all on the same page. Hey, long yardage personnel, short yardage personnel, red zone personnel, double tight end. Went through everything. There were no secrets. Hey, by the way, guy goes down, your next guy up. Stay in the game. Stay in the game, man. Stay in the game. No. And we didn't have 30 coaches. We had 9 or 10, whatever it was. We didn't have all the assistants to the assistants. I just don't know. And the other thing is, if this thing's too hard for guys to learn, comprehension, hey, man, everybody's different. We're not all the smartest guys in the world, guys that play this game. Maybe sometimes you got to dummy it down a little bit. Maybe sometimes you got to dummy down calls a little bit. And I know this has been a knock on Mike since he's been here. It looks great when guys all know what they're doing and Mike's vision of it, because Mike's a smart guy. But that doesn't mean all his guys get it. So anyway, for a second week, this stuff coming out, really bad look for the coaches. I know we can talk about the players too, and while we're at it, you get one of the great plays that should have turned the game around. I talked last week, a game-changing play, and Malik Washington's punt return, double spin, 74 yards, was as good as you're going to get. As good as you're going to get. He has turned into a really good player and great on special teams. And what do? You turn around the next play and give up a kickoff return touchdown. So they top you. So you go up and going, yes, place going. You got everybody back into the game. And then you just take the air right out of the stadium. Right out of the stadium with the return for a touchdown. And then you still get two chances. Two chances in the last 3 minutes. And I don't mean hurry up. I mean, you had time to run your offense, man. You had time to run your offense. And
Why are we giving guys chances to return kicks like this? Like, why not just kick the ball out and let your defense go out there and play? How many times? We're seeing a lot of kick returns. Guys are bringing the ball out pretty far here.
So I think, yeah, you're right. By the way,
what's the difference, man? I mean, we're talking about 10 yards. You're trying to catch the guy, at the 20, 25? You think
not the 20
go well?
20 is a great play. It looks like, Woody, it's between the 25 and 30 is considered like a good stop for the coverage thing.
So what are we talking about? 5 or 10 yards here?
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you'd want to give a team a chance for an electric play like that late in the game.
Yeah. Well, that's
right. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Honestly, I didn't think of that because our coverage has been really good. And
whether it's been good or bad, I just don't know why you'd want to give them that opportunity.
Oh, but we had a pile of guys get blocked into each other, and it opened up, and he went outside, and Judon is the closest thing to him, and he wasn't going to catch that guy.
I don't know if it's tougher now because the guys can't move and they're kind of, starting from a different position and whatever with this kickoff, but you're seeing it all over, man. Like, it's kind of boom or bust, right? But you've seen a lot of returns where guys are bringing the ball out near midfield.
This is great for football. The returns are great for football.
Winning would be great for football too.
No. But the game. That's why
I understand why
teams don't want to go to 35.
A lot of guys are bringing them back. I get it.
And you want to be able to have 4 or 5 guys that the goal is, I'm guessing, let's make tackles inside the 30, between the 25 and 30. And if you get a guy that fumbles it or bumbles it back there a little bit, maybe we can get him around the 20, and that's considered great coverage. But, man, giving up that play was just a punch in the gut. But even saying that, you get a chance to go out, 2 chances offensively, and you look like, first enough, it's hard enough. Everybody knows you got a right guard and a right tackle who played fine for the first part of the game, and at the end of the game, it got a little rough. But what are we doing, man, when you can't come out of the huddle with the right guys and the right plays and too many guys, and you're looking and we got 1 timeout and going, do we take the timeout or we give up the 5 yards? We'll take up the 5 yards.
The guys on TV didn't even know what happened there. Like, it was
I've never seen that happen. There's things happening. There's things happening that I've never seen happen.
Look, why don't you just simplify it? We don't have the quarterback to take you on these drives late in the game and win games and make the dynamic plays. You just don't have that guy. And I thought the receivers in this game did the best they could, right? Offensively, you did make some plays, but you just don't have the guy back there that is capable of leading this team and getting them to where they need to get to.
Well,
you just don't.
The thing that would have been nice, obviously, if he could run.
He can't move.
And he can't move. No, he can't.
The slightest touch knocks the guy over, by the way. Right? It doesn't take much to knock him over.
So the other part is that
he had a sack. He took like a little swipe at him. Barely. I didn't even got him. He still fell down.
Well, I'm going to move on to another one, okay? Because, a lot of this falls on him. As good as the stats looked overall, and everybody's going to look at his stats and go, he's back. And
well, that's Omar will get you the numbers later.
but I want to say this. He underthrew that 47-yard pass to Tyreek by so much. The friggin' guy was so far behind Tyreek Hill. If he could get the ball out there, That's a touchdown. You know, we only get a field goal on that play. We don't score. It's a field goal.
You saying most NFL quarterbacks should be able to make that throw?
You got to get it out there
to me right now.
So he throws it. He threw it, but he ran out of arm.
Yeah.
And so Tyreek comes back, Tyreek had a nice game, real nice game for himself, had a 100-yard game. I can't remember last time he had a 100-yard game. Hell, it might have been the Jacksonville game last year. He had a 100-yard game. So he comes back, makes a nice catch. But the point is, you get everything the way you want to catch a takeoff. I mean, he's way out in front of that guy. And that guy, by the way, you look at him, he's not catching him. I mean, 99% of the guys aren't catching Tyreek once he's ahead of you. And after the game, too, is going, yeah, I told him, get ready for underthrows. Okay. I just.
Well, they should know, like, hey, this guy has a limit to where he can throw, right?
They know.
Like,
he knew that.
Okay.
I think those guys know. You know it's your quarterback. They've been together long enough. Trust me. You get to a certain place on the field and that ball's not thrown, you're gearing it down, getting ready to come back, because it's not all of a sudden going 10 yards further. One day he comes back with super arm. But the other part is we're now at a point, and we're going to Buffalo, where they just beat the crap out of, just ran it right down the Jets' throat yesterday in a 30-10 win, coming back to Buffalo. We're going to see how this thing goes. And they're going to all say all the right things. And, you know.
Don't tell me we're going to see how it goes.
No, I didn't say that.
Man. The Bills,
no. Before you start jabbing me this morning.
I'm not jabbing you.
No,
This
you
has
are
nothing-
trying to
no,
jab
this
me.
has
It's
nothing
fine.
to do with you. The Bills destroyed the Jets. I mean, it was a complete
I just said
destruction
that.
of a team that's probably better than you are. So you're going up there, and you got a coach that doesn't seem to have the right answer to anything.
No.
Right? You got a quarterback that can't play.
But my point was, Woody, I was talking about these guys, what they're going to say this week. I wasn't going to say we're going to see how it goes. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Come on. But this now we got a little finger pointing and Mike calling out the coaches and players a little bit, which, by the way, he should have. I'll tell you what he ought to do. If one guy's not playing well and another guy's playing better, like Willie Gay Jr. needs to play. What are we doing? Oh, it's 7 o'clock here. Willie Gay, play him. Find a place for him. I don't care. It's not about popularity, man. It's about making plays. Anyway, we got to go. I got a lot of things lined up here this morning for what happened when you have a chance to win a game after a really bad start on both sides of the football and then coming back. All right, we've got the 7 o'clock hour coming up. I do want to tell you about Baptist Health, South Florida. Miami Orthopedics, man, I got to tell you, they are hand, back, hip, and knee replacement, Achilles, and we got 3 great facilities to go to. Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility, and, of course, 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. All you have to do to see those same doctors that work on a lot of professional athletes, but high school and college athletes too, visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. One goal every day. It's about getting you healthy, back out playing the sports you love the most.
Sport.
This update is brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Starting with the Dolphins, who fell to the Patriots by a final of 33-27. Miami will take their 0-2 record in the Thursday Night Football in Buffalo. Week 2 wraps up with a Monday night doubleheader. First at 7, the Texans will take on the Bucs, and then at 10 will be the Raiders and the Chargers. Over to the Canes, who checked in at 4th on the latest AP poll. Miami will host the 1-2 Florida Gators on Saturday night at Hard Rock. And to the Marlins, who took 2 of 3 from Detroit, dropping Game 3 by a final of 2-0. Miami will get a day off today before heading to Colorado tomorrow. Joe, we'll toss it back to you.
All right, Woody, we're running a little bit late, but everything's a little bit late. Plays coming in a little bit late. It's all right. It's okay.
Quarterback a little late to get rid of the ball. Hey, man, can I ask
That's
you
a good one, by the way. That was very good.
As the guy that calls the game, 3rd down, 4th down, you don't get I'm trying not to use the words you usually use, but to get a freaking pass off?
Yeah.
And what do he ran out of bounds?
Ran out of bounds.
Can we find a guy that,
He ran out of bounds.
Like a hit. I get it.
No. But
God,
you realize you only have one down after that, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Put the ball up.
Throw
it up.
Well, but look,
you didn't even get a pass off.
No, he literally ran out like he did not want to throw an interception. Was afraid he was going to. Yes, I agree. By the way, that was the number one thing I heard. And I make it clear, and I see a lot of you, and it's great talking to you. Most of you are very nice, whether we win or lose. You just want to know what's going on. And that was the number one thing is what was he doing? I get he got sacked on 4th down, but what was he doing on 3rd down? Like he just ran out of bounds. Like
that last drive, last 2 drives, I guess, really, there's so much confusion. Like just such a mess.
Well, one didn't really have a lot to do with the other, but the confusion between the coach and personnel, and you got one timeout, and you have to, it was just,
Nobody
and you're taking penalties,
happened, right? Like the guys on TV had no idea what had happened.
No, it was so dysfunctional. They're going, everybody's like, Mike's a really smart guy. Now you're going, what are we missing something? And you start questioning yourself. I do it too. And I'm like, what? Well, he must have done that for a reason. And then you're going, well, there's 12 guys in the huddle. There's the 13th guy running out. We don't have the right guy. So now you have to come over there, and they're screaming at each other, and it's just confusion. But I got to tell you, Woody, whether it's the end of the game or the start of the game, all that stuff should be worked on. And this is a knock, whether it's fair or not, that it's just a big party over there, man. It's just a big party over there.
By the way, it's incredibly fair.
That
very fair.
What are we doing, man? Like, I get we want everybody to have fun, and we want to make practices fun. Let me tell you what's fun. Winning is fun. Winning's fun when you get up and everybody, your neighbors, everybody's in a good mood. Your family's calling you. Everything's good. That's what's good. But like now all of a sudden, these things are popping up, and Mike's going, like, we got confusion between coaches and players and who's in and who's out and running the clock down to the last second. I mean, these are things when I go to a high school football game I see. Maybe not this much. False starts, delay a game, wrong personnel, 12 players look like there's going to be a 13th guy, lack of communication. And Mike, actually his first time, I was shocked. I mean, he's sitting there taking all this heat, and he goes, I ain't taking this alone. Let me mention the players and coaches that I'm going to be talking to tomorrow because we're getting down. He can say whatever he wants, man. And I'm not even talking about the freaking guy that spent the money for the airplane. And people had shirts on yesterday, clean house. And I mean, listen, man, they care. These people care. They got Dolphin stuff on.
Well, I don't need to tell you what the text line looks like this morning.
They should. Why shouldn't it? That stuff's not acceptable that happened at the end of the game. It's not acceptable.
Okay, so I'll ask you the same question I asked you after week 1. At what point do we realize this is not working? It just isn't working anymore.
All bets are off after this game, officially.
Okay. I mean, I got you. It's a short week. Like, let them get crushed by the Bills first, but like, what are you going to do? You can't do anything now.
All bets are off going forward because these things, by the way, these things that pop up after a game, there were a lot of good things that happened yesterday offensively. You're going, okay, it looked kind of like our old offense again. And then you go, uh-oh, wait a second. At the moment where you got the amount of money on those guys to be as good as anybody in a 2-minute drill to score at the end of a game, and forget that you can't get them the ball. You can't get the right play in. I mean, you're lining up from 1st and 10, and next thing you know, you're at 20 back, and you're like, oh, my God. And you know you're getting a pass rush, and now they're going, hey, now we're going to get after that right tackle. And then all this stuff comes out. It's just a really, 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 really bad look. Really bad look. And by the way, it shouldn't happen. Like, so my question is, what are you doing over there? Like, the guys come in, we're going to watch tape, and I want to see, and by the way, Tua should not be asking anybody about, I want to see how many guys are going to come and watch tape. You need to worry about yourself, Tua. You really need to worry about getting better at what you do and not worrying about what everybody else is doing. Because I got to tell you, your guys, your big three yesterday, they were just fine. They played well enough to win. Waddle, Hill, Achane were 122 yards Achane had. Tyreek had 109 yards, and Waddle 5 for 68 and a touchdown. Don't worry about those guys. Don't worry. You need to worry about yourself. And the other stuff, I mean, we added more coaches this offseason, more guys with, I'm going to read out the coordinator titles before the end of the show. What are we doing, man? We don't know. Like, I always knew when to go in, and that's again, we played dummy-proof football back then. Shoes didn't make it complicated. He never changed the offense. 70s offense was a lot of the 80s offense. Just be good at what you do. That was the whole thing. Don't be the smartest guy. Make sure you know every assignment. They blitz, we got something for it. And we're like, I don't know, we're getting so smart. Our guys all look, I think I'm supposed to be in here. No. That play's not for you. It's for the guy over there on the side. Oh, no, here comes another guy. What are we doing? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. What are we going to do? One timeout.
Look, Joe, they're the worst team in the National Football League, and at least the owner was there to
he got it.
See the product.
He got it up close. He got it.
I don't know, man. I just don't know how much longer you continue to roll.
I didn't expect this, Woody. I'm going to be really honest.
I didn't either.
I had no idea.
Bad. I didn't think they'd be the worst team in the league.
But I got to tell you, the amount of 12 men, I'm telling you, we go to a youth football game today. I don't know if the kids play on a Monday, probably Wednesday. And they don't put 12 guys in a huddle. But little kids just going, oh, I know you can't have 12 in the huddle.
Why do we expect
only play with 11, right, Coach? Yes.
Why do we expect different results, though, Joe? This is the second year in a row that we've gone into a season, and you look at the roster on paper, you're like, the roster is noticeably worse. Right? For 2 straight years, the roster has not improved. It's gotten worse. So you just on paper alone. And so why do we go into a season like this thinking it's going to get better? Like, what led anybody to believe this was a team that was going to contend for a playoff spot, try to get a playoff win? Like, what led anybody?
I don't think a lot of people
that?
thought that everything was going to have to be absolutely perfect.
Maybe
for a chance
clearly
to
the owner was fed that, right?
But I got to tell you, if that wasn't a wake-up call for that 4-team win yesterday that we played, whatever. And by the way, we made that quarterback look. He made.
I don't think the Patriots are very good either, man. I think that's pretty obvious, isn't it?
I think they got a ways to go. Yes, I was. By the way, when I looked at the schedule, I didn't expect you to go. Oh, by the way, Colts got a break. Yes, I still don't get that. Oh my God, guy kicked a 60-yarder and they call a flag, and I guess they touched something with the center after the snap and get another shot, and the guy splits the uprights from 15 yards closer. But yeah, man. And then the Patriots, they thought they lost that game too. They were like, they showed a shot of Robert Kraft up there, he and his kid, as Belichick likes to say. And they just, they're like, oh man, this is not good. And he came back and won, man. We're supposed to win those games. They don't know how to win either. Now they're just bad. By the way, how do you play late in a game? How'd you start? Hey, how about this one too? Jimmy Cephalo, I'm stealing it from Jimmy. How about get the ball after the way you played last week? How about getting the ball and going and looking at everything in this Patriots defense and going, you know what? We're going to start on offense. We're going to break this up. We're going to start on offense this week. We're going to get everybody going in this stadium. Let's start on offense. Let's break that up a little bit. Instead, always deferring to the second half.
Dolphins are 12-point underdogs, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often in the NFL.
No.
I mean, you just don't.
We have over the last 20 years. I got to tell you, we've seen it a few times.
I suppose.
We have seen it.
It's so
hey, look
early
at man.
I
can't lie to you. We have seen that a couple times. But listen, this is like I was glad they kept showing a shot of Stephen Ross because I'm thinking what you guys are thinking watching on, and I see on our monitor and they're showing Stephen Ross. I'm like, what are you thinking? Big fella, what are you thinking? This is your baby. What are you thinking? We have shown our hand. In 2 weeks, we have shown our hand. We say the right things. We get along. We love each other. We're playing together. We're watching more film. I guess they did last week.
Well, let me ask you this, Joe.
Don't ask me because we're going to go to break, but keep
right,
your thoughts.
I have a good question for you.
Keep your thoughts when you come back.
Ask you. By the way, the next biggest spread of the week next week, the Browns and Packers, and that's only 8.5. Packers are real good. Browns not so good, but yeah.
All right. Everybody's losing faith. Shocking. Hey, it's Truck Month at your South Florida Chevy dealers. Hey, man, no matter where you're headed, no matter where you're working right now, you need a truck, a strong, durable truck. There's nothing like a South Florida Chevy dealer truck, man. I love them. You're going to love them, too. We got great offers going all month long for you to stop by your nearest Chevy dealer, and there's one close to you with 14 dealerships, and get a truck that's absolutely dependable and perfect for you. With all the power you could ever want, like a durable Colorado with a standard turbo max engine and impressive torque. Boy, you'll get everything you need to live here in South Florida. How about a Silverado 1500? Always ready and steady and strong, delivering all the power you could ever want. It's a workday workhorse and the weekend warrior all in the same time, whether it's you working 6-7 days a week. Maybe it's you taking a day off to take your boat and take it down to a lake, to Okeechobee, or maybe out to the ocean, man. You can't beat it. I'm telling you, Silverado HD, you'll feel so confident in command and matter. It's got everything you could ever want, man. Legendary horsepower and one of the hardest working beds in the business. Bottom line is this. When it comes to a South Florida Chevy dealer truck, we got a perfect one for your lifestyle. So whatever it is you're looking for somebody that works 7 days a week, that's how you make a living, to a truck that you enjoy and having your fun going down to the Keys and enjoying the water, man. I'm telling you right now, see your South Florida Chevy dealers today for outstanding offers going on right now. speaking of Mike Tyson, watching the fight, they showed Mike at the fight, and the place goes nuts. People love Mike Tyson, man.
Yeah, that was a good fight though on Saturday.
I mean, I would have watched it, yeah. But
I mean, started at 1 a.m, which
I'll be honest. I watched it yesterday morning before the guy got up in the morning, jumped on Netflix. But so I kind of, it's what I expected. It was like watching Mayweather fight. Guy didn't get hit, and he marks up Canelo. And he wins every round. And everybody's sitting there waiting for Canelo to land that one punch. And it never happened.
Max Kellerman, I thought did a good job on the broadcast, but boy, they were like, Canelo, this unbelievable power.
Well, they have. I mean, listen, first of all, they probably believed it. Hey, man, he's had a great career. He'll keep fighting. I guess this is part of a contract he has for a four fights contract. He made $800 million in his career, plus $100 he got for fighting that. Got $100 million for that fight. Part of his thing. He's doing just fine. He's smarter than everybody else, man. And listen, they full of a lot of Mexican Americans and a lot of Mexicans were at that fight.
They filled that entire football
stadium
for that thing.
Was
impressive.
Packed. And yeah, it was good, man. They hyped it up. It was good. I had no problem. I watched both episodes.
As long as it's free.
I watched both episodes. You know, they hype it up. HBO started that a long time ago, or Showtime did. And hype it up, and they spend a lot of time with both boxers.
24/7.
Yeah, you get to know them, and you see them, and they jump on their planes, and you go back to, wherever they're from.
They still doing that?
Yeah, they did that. Netflix had two episodes leading up to the fight. Anyway.
So you need some build up there, huh?
Yeah. $100 million to fight. $100 million.
Yeah.
Anyway. Hey, we got other stuff here, man. By the way, before I forget, I did look. So that game is over, and you lose, and you get the 2 chances. It's just so frustrating. You get the ball right back. Borregales actually makes a field goal from 53, but it's still like it goes from a 3-point game to a 6-point game. You're like, okay, no big deal. You still got plenty of time, and so you get 2 chances offensively, last 2 possessions, and ends up one's a pick, and the next 2 ends up sack to end the game with all the other stuff that we've been talking about all morning, and wrong personnel in the game, too many players in the game, got 1 timeout, lack of communication, nobody knows what the other one's doing on the sideline, and Tua thinks he's got different guys in the game, and he got to count numbers, and I think we got too many guys here, and here comes another guy, and he's going, now we're too heavy, let's get these guys. I mean, you can't make all this up. And this is at the highest level of football, the NFL. This isn't a bunch of guys playing together at a park on a Sunday. But so this thing's over, and so I go, hey, I'm just curious. Because usually the Jets play the Bills. They've had some good games with them. And I go, oh, boy, see the Bills beat them 30-10. And then I see Buffalo ran the ball 43 times for 224 yards. James Cook, 21 for 132, and Josh Allen, outside of running the football, didn't do much. Didn't have to do much.
So you're saying Thursday could be a problem?
I'm just guessing. First of all, you got a problem stopping the run, although they did a little better job in the second half. But in the first half,
everything's a problem, Joe. What isn't a problem?
No, that's
And
you didn't exactly.
Even if Achane scores and you win that game, it's like you still have a
but at least you win.
Problems. Yes, a win.
No. You still win, man. I know you can down eat. You win. And look, I agree. I thought even at the end of the game, if they somehow win this thing, people are going to go, you just barely beat that Patriots team. I knew that was going to happen, but at least you're going, hey, man, you got to win. You got to win. Today it says 1-1. But you didn't deserve to win the game. I mean, you can't get more opportunities. You get a punt return for a touchdown. Hey, Tua, take it off. I'll score on my own. I'm going to make this unbelievable play. I'll do it. You just relax. We'll probably need you later in the game. Malik Washington double spins a couple of times, runs at 74 yards for a touchdown. You're going, okay, great. There you go, man. Special teams. Then very next play, they return it, a kickoff. And all the good things that happened just went right out the door. But then your defense gets a stop after you throw a pick, and you go, hey, we still got a chance. So it's a 6-point game, but there's plenty of time. On top of that, Borregales misses the landing zone. There's a landing zone if you're wondering why it came out. So the ball goes to the 40-yard line. I might as well have been out of bounds. Same thing as going out of bounds. So now you got a 60-yard field. You got your timeout. You got plenty of time. And you went so dysfunctional that I'm guessing even Stephen Ross wanted a breakdown, like had called him this morning, wanted a breakdown of what the hell happened on that last batch of plays. Going in and out, and then I didn't know either. I go, oh, they're going to use the last timeout, and then go, oh, no, they're not. They're going to take a 5-yard penalty. And I'm going, oh, boy. And then, sooner or later, your right tackle breaks down, and, he gets chased, and he runs out of bounds. On third down, he runs out of bounds. He's running. I'm going, throw it. Just find somebody near it and give somebody one-on-one a chance to make a play. Just throw it. You're going to your left. Throw it up. You can see he decides to run out of bounds. So
That
now,
was very, very frustrating.
4th and long, and here they come.
Yep. All you got to do is blitz that guy, by the way. Xavier Howard was right. He looks shell-shocked when they bring pressure. Like he just has nowhere to go. He knows he can't move.
So if you're a Tua fan, you're going to look at his numbers and go, hey, wasn't Tua. But I got to tell you, if you watch that game, the end of the game and that throw to Tyreek Hill, he just ran. And by the way, he's got to throw that ball early. If that's all the arm you have, you got to throw that ball earlier. Tyreek Hill, he was so far out in front. You get that ball out in front, that guy got no shot at catching him. He was out in front of him. He got no shot. Tyreek's going to catch that ball, and that guy ain't going to sniff him. He's so far away. He comes back and makes a great catch. Has to come way back. I don't know. I hate to exaggerate. Sometimes I do. 7, 8 yards underthrown?
That one must have been 20. That thing was,
See,
it was horrible.
Now you exaggerate.
The cornerback was so
Why is it every
lost
time
on that,
I
the
say
cornerback
something?
was so lost on that play because even he was probably shocked that this guy throws like a freshman in college or something.
He's trying to catch up because he thinks that ball is going to be close to on the money, and he's like, all he's doing. So now Tyreek comes back and makes an adjustment, makes a nice catch to be able to run that fast and slow
Waddle's
down.
Celebrating on the play too, and everyone's like,
and
thank God he finally caught one.
But the point is, that's got to be a touchdown. Now I know you're going, well, Joe, come on, man, a 47.
You'd have a quarterback that could make that throw, yes, for that kind of money.
And so I've been given Tua credit, like he knows how far he can throw the ball. He knows he's got to throw it to make sure he gets it out in front because he doesn't have the strongest arm, but he's got an arm that's allowed him to have some success. He throws this ball, and it is so underthrown. And so you end up kicking a field goal is the reason I bring this up. You get 3 instead of 7. So all this comes back to part of haunting you at the end of the game. So
what do you do here, man? The owner saw it firsthand.
Oh, nothing. We got a game. We're going to be
on Thursday.
We're all jumping on a plane here in a couple days.
If you get smashed on Thursday, is it time? I mean, how much longer do you want to torment your fan base here
before you come back home and play the Jets? That will be all bets are off, man. That could be it.
Well, let me
You're
ask
right.
you this.
It could be it.
Do you believe the Dolphins are the worst team in football through 2 weeks?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
Why? Because I think it's time to start having that conversation.
What about? They're not worried about where they are. They got problems of their own.
I don't care what they're worried about. I'm talking about what fans are worried about, and I think it's time to start making serious considerations.
I don't know whether they're the
top pick,
whether one of the top 10 worst teams in football or the worst team in football.
Joe,
they're not going to try to lose.
But you have to draft a quarterback this year. So at some point, you got to start thinking about, hey, when are we going to bottom out here? And I'm not saying you got to start tanking right away, but,
Well,
maybe see what Quinn Ewers can do.
Since you're the guy that wanted after week 1 want everybody fired, I don't know.
I
don't know how good your word is.
Because I think the team's a mess.
It is a mess.
I think it's an absolute mess.
So let me hear what you want, Mr. Jim. What do you want to do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
If they get smashed
you're
at
on
Buffalo,
top of
I
it,
already
you
told
want to
you
get
what
rid
I'd
of
do.
everybody. What do you do?
I would find an interim coach. I'd find one of the people over there. And
Anthony
I'd say,
Weaver's next guy up, most
Okay.
likely.
And I would tell him the caveat here to you being the interim the rest of the season is the other guy starts at quarterback. Quinn Ewers.
So, that ain't going to happen after 3 games. They're not benching Tua, no matter how
I have
he
no
plays
idea
up
what's
there.
going to happen. I'm just telling you asked what I would do.
Okay.
And I would see if one of two things. Either he can play or he's terrible and you end up with the first pick. And by the way, while I was at it, I'd start moving guys like Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
This just isn't working.
All right.
And I understand it's early. I got you.
No, you don't care about early. You just want this.
Do you
This
believe,
is you at your.
Do you believe this is going to turn around?
No.
So what's the difference? Whether you let it linger, ride out for 5, 6 more weeks, or do it now? What's the difference?
I think the coaching and the GM. So here's the other thing. I mean, you bring up all these just black.
I
and
read
white
Stephen
things.
Ross's letter again yesterday, and he said the status quo is not acceptable. And this is much worse than it's ever been with this regime.
This is what had me concerned when they decided to come back with everybody. Yes.
So again, I don't know what we're doing here. We're going to wait a few weeks. Would that make you happy? Whatever you want, but
I don't know. I don't know at what point they're having. I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure they're having these discussions about this is one guy decision. There's nobody else. Tom's not in on Tom. I mean, he might bounce Tom Garfinkel into this, but at the end of the day, it's one guy making a decision. And I know this. Everybody around him is telling him, make that change. What's that song? Make that change?
Man in the mirror.
Yeah. There you go. Anyway.
Someone said, by the way, we're talking about Tua a lot. The defense allowed 66 points in 2 games. That's not good. But we knew the defense was going to be shaky, didn't we?
I don't know. I thought they'd be better than this.
The defensive line you thought would be good.
I didn't think we were going to. The defensive line's getting. See that running?
I did see it. Yes,
Colts and Patriots had a little something in common running inside the last 2 games.
But that was where you thought the strength would be. I knew the cornerback situation was going to be a problem, and that obviously has come to fruition.
Well, listen, their biggest problem right now is you can't stop the run, and then they just throw a ton of short passes yesterday to keep drives going. All right, we got to go to break.
Spend a lot of time debating the biggest problem on that team.
It's got lots of problems. It's got lots of problems. And I can't tell you, Chris Greer, I wouldn't get too comfortable if I was you over there either. You just happen to not be the number one topic today, but I hope you're not getting comfortable. I hope you're not getting comfortable either. A lot of this still got a picture of you. I know yesterday was Mike's turn because of what happened in that 4th quarter. Just anyway, hey, we got to go to break.
Who, by the way, just out of curiosity,
when are you going to stop when I say we're going to go to break?
I just have one more important question. If they do fire Chris Greer, because everyone's on here fire Chris Greer, and I'm with you, obviously, but who makes the decisions at that point to start making the trades?
So here's the problem.
Are you going to start unloading guys?
You got to decide. What are you going to tell them? Hey, you're here now, but you won't be here long, but just in case. No, you can't.
Here, get us what you can, but then you're going to have to leave.
He can't be involved in any other personnel decisions from here on out.
I know, but man,
you can't do anything.
Realize that after last year.
Why do you bring that up? It's too late.
I know.
It's too late. All right, we got to go to break here for real now before we screw this whole thing. I know you don't care. And Lynn hadn't been up in a week, so it doesn't matter. Hey, I want to tell you about my friends at Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Man, I got to tell you, when it comes to great work and great service, Around the Clock Air Conditioning and Plumbing want to be there for you, man, for all your air conditioning problems. 135 trucks on the road every day, 7 days a week, trained and certified technicians working for you. And not only that, but when it comes to the other part of it, licensed and experienced plumbers, the best in the business, also work 7 days a week for all your plumbing problems inside and outside. We got water heater. We got all kinds of water heaters ready to go. If you need one, we got a warehouse full of air conditioning units and water heaters. We got a box truck filled with all size Rheem water heaters right now. Same day installation is always the goal. Financing plans to help you. Still family owned and operated. Going stronger than ever, man. Yeah. Hey, by the way, 37 years in the business now. 37 years. Hey, you got a problem, I promise you this. If it's about great service and coming out quickly to take care of your air conditioning and plumbing problems, that's what around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing are all about. Hey, by the way, if you have a problem, you've seen the billboards. 1-888-349-6922. 1-888-349-6922 for around-the-clock air conditioning and plumbing. See what you've done now, Woody? You only got
What
a
have I
few
done?
minutes, man. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, this is usually where we do the whip around here, Joe. I did want to hit you with a couple of college games that were pretty exciting on Saturday night. You had the Gators, who threw 5 interceptions. I don't know who their backup is.
They're not benching him. They're not mentioning him.
No?
Hey, Jamie, tell him.
Don't
tell
ask him
he's
any
not-
more Gators stuff. I don't want to hear from
He
him.
is.
They were right in that game. That was the biggest case of one player throwing away a game that I've seen in my time watching sports. I mean, Lagway, 5 interceptions. The defense kept them in that game. The LSU had less first downs than the Dolphins did in week 1.
Well, Woody wants to bitch Lagway now. Do you want to bench him?
I don't know who their backup is. all I'm
Or
saying.
I call it bitched him if you don't like bench.
It was his first road SEC start. The lights got to him. Bottom line, the lights got to him. He's going to have a bunch more opportunities coming to Miami this week, and then they have Texas, and then they have Texas A&M. So buckle up, Gators fans. It's not getting any easier here.
Just fade this kid, man. Whatever he's saying to bet on with the Gators, just take the opposite.
Go ahead, Woody.
Which,
What
by
else?
the way, for some reason, it was really weird. I don't know if you saw this. That line went down to 4.5 by kickoff. So I don't. Yeah,
So I wasn't the only one.
LSU's not very good.
A lot of Gator money coming in late. A lot of that
And then that Notre Dame game. I don't know if you caught the end of that one.
bull
Joe.
Gator money.
The holder for Notre Dame dropped the
I didn't
snap on
see
an
that.
extra point. Texas A&M goes down the field, scores, and they obviously made the extra point. They won by 1.
Wow.
And
Rough
they made sure to humiliate that kid on TV. They would not stop showing him, and he looked like he was holding back tears. The guy who dropped that snap. But
Yeah.
they always do a good job of making sure to humiliate the guy. Like
Everybody likes the emotion of the game. They're all getting paid. Stop it. Why are you so worried about the guy
They're
from
all
Notre
getting
Dame?
paid.
Everybody's professional football now.
All right. By the way, wild game. Cowboys and Giants. Did you see this? So this one was
I didn't
a
see it.
bizarre game.
Thought they had the game.
We
Next
got
thing I
another
know, it was
kicker out
OT.
there, by the way, that kicks the ball from like 90 yards. I mean, some of these kickers, this stuff is getting nutty here, but the Cowboys won that one 40-37. Remember we talked about Lions and Bears?
Yeah.
And we talked about how the Lions would try to destroy them.
He didn't care that guy was his former coordinator. No.
52-21,
Yeah.
the final there.
He just tried to score again just now before he went to the bus.
Cam Ward made a few nice plays. Rams, though, beat the Titans 33-19.
Yeah, they don't have that team yet. Yeah.
No.
Not there yet.
Bills pounded the Jets 30-10. Seahawks beat the Steelers 31-17.
Didn't see that one coming.
Sam Darnold, 300, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad game there. Ravens destroyed the Browns. We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
The Colts, they had a wild finish to that game. Missed the field goal and get a penalty, then make the field goal. So they're 2-0.
By the way,
Broncos
Woody,
1-1.
to your point, man, I watched our guy warm up, who's the backup, by the way, once Jason Sanders comes back. He's kicking 54 yards. He's making about 10, 15 yards. It's incredible.
That
Every
dude
guy
Aubrey
now
from the
can
Cowboys, kick. Like he kicked, I want to say it was a 60-something yarder maybe. And it
64.
Yeah, it would have been good from 80.
Yeah, these guys
They
can
hit it
all
into the net.
they can all make 60s now. Almost every guy on the team's got no problem. I mean, it's got to be straight, and you can't have it leak a little bit.
And then finally, Joe, Eagles and Chiefs. This thing looks really ugly for Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
He is just getting the crap knocked out of him back there. He does not have any real playmakers on offense. I know Xavier Worthy's going to come back. Rashee Rice is going to come back, and maybe that will help.
For a while.
But Mahomes is taking an absolute beating. You just wonder how much more he can take. Eagles win that game 20-17. A lot of tush-push controversy in that game, too, by the way.
Yeah. What's everybody want to get rid of it now?
No,
again?
they were saying they were moving early, and Chris Jones was not happy. By the way, he had a play when they were on the goal line where he just jumped over the offensive line. He landed on top of Hurts, so Hurts still able to get into the end zone as usual.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we got our own problems here in town.
that's
You know,
true.
we
We have our
can't be
own
worrying
problems.
about our neighbors' problems and our friends' problems. We We got our own problems at home here, folks. Anyway, thanks, Woody. We got 8 o'clock hour coming up. Omar Kelly going to join us in a couple of minutes. We're going to talk to Omar. Dying to hear what Omar. I didn't see one thing. I purposely did not want to read Omar today. I just wanted to.
He's got his own problems too. Speaking of problems,
What kind of problems he have?
I don't know. He's probably throwing out all these great numbers that Tua puts up. That
All
was
right.
a big thing this offseason about how good his numbers are.
Let's stop with all that. Hey, I do want to talk about Dr. Barry and his staff at Recovery Unplugged doing great work. Hey, to all the men out there going through some rough times, it happens, man. Through a job, through relationships, you just get off the road, and sometimes it's a little harder to get back in. And listen, that's what Dr. Barry and his staff can do for you. We're always talking about game changers on the field, but here's one for your mental health recovery. Unplugged Behavioral Health has a beautiful mental health residential program in Fort Lauderdale. For 12 years, they've helped over 20,000 people heal with expert clinical team innovative treatments that they have. This ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. It's fantastic. If you or someone you love needs a winning strategy, let Dr. Barry and his staff get you rolling in the right direction. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. Everyone deserves a great season in life. Recovery Unplugged. Heal out loud.
1043 FM.
It is brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Starting with the Dolphins, who fell to the Patriots by a final of 33-27. Miami took the lead in the fourth after a Malik Washington 74-yard punt return. New England would then return the kickoff to take the lead for good. Miami will take an 0-2 record into Thursday Night Football in Buffalo. Week 2 wraps up with a Monday night doubleheader. First at 7, the Texans will take on the Bucs, and then at 10 will be the Raiders and Chargers. Over to the Canes, who checked in at 4th on the latest AP poll. Miami will host the 1-2 Florida Gators on Saturday night at Hard Rock. And to the Marlins, who took 2 of 3 from Detroit, dropping Game 3 by a final of 2-0. Miami will get a day off today before heading to Colorado tomorrow. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
Yeah, I think that ultimately I look at absolutely everything falling on me. So I don't see, that's the responsibility of a head coach that you go into knowing that. That being said, I'm very frustrated with, collective, there's some basically coaches and players that did not execute communication in a very dire period of the game. With the game on the line, our communication and our substitution was not up to par, and ultimately that is my I hold all responsibility for all things. So I will make sure that things that should already be ironed out moving forward, we will not fall victim to the same thing again, as I have to ensure that with we'll put the appropriate emphasis on that, because it was not acceptable. We had the opportunity to win the game, and we robbed it from ourselves.
Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel there. It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com.
All right, Woody, we bring in Omar Kelly from the Miami Herald. So I listened to Mike again yesterday, and I'm like, hey, Mike, man, these guys making the same mistakes. Get them out. Put somebody else in or do something else. That's on you. And what are you guys doing at camp? Like, are we going through every situation when it comes to 12 guys getting caught in the huddle again, or not sure the personnel's not the right one, and false starts and delay of games and all the other things just look so dysfunctional on those last 2 drives? Good morning.
Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sorry about it. I kind of jumped ahead. What are your thoughts on yesterday in general before we get into that and Mike's comments?
It's all bad. Very, very disheartening. Apathy setting in. That's probably Steve Ross's worst fear.
How long?
We're beginning the process of circling the drain, Joe.
Yeah. So that's a question this morning. How long, if this happens again, of all these things that we're hearing about at the end of the game, and of course you get a great play on Malik Washington, had a game-changing, get your crowd jacked up into it, and the very next friggin' return ends up being a touchdown the other way, and then you get 2 chances to score. It just looks so bad. And Mike actually took some shots at some coaches and some players, but I mean, so what? They're going like, what's that mean? So what? Mike's going to take care. What's that mean?
You know what happens when you get to this point, and I knew this was going to come. This is the week where coaches say, it's on me. I'm responsible for it. I got to do a better job of coaching, because you can't go 2 straight weeks of blaming players and expect to get a favorable response. So this is it's on me. After the it's on me comes everybody's on the hot seat. Really, they should fire somebody. and we get to that point when we're really desperate, and they're at that point
Yes,
where they're
they
really
are.
desperate.
Yes, they are. Yep.
So, and I'm at the point now where I don't expect Mike McDaniel to coach this team in October.
So
I don't.
So does that mean after Buffalo, they got the extra days? I know I've had 20 people call me last night. Like, if this Buffalo thing goes the way everybody thinks it's going to go, so when does something happen on the way home where Anthony Weaver becomes the interim head coach? What happens? What's that mean?
You know what's interesting about that? You know whose unit I'm more disappointed in than anybody else's?
Which?
Anthony Weaver's unit. Because they were expected to be sort of the backbone of this team. The pass rushers and the defensive front was expected to be reliable and consistent. Last year, their strengths were getting off the field on third downs, tighten up in red zone.
Yeah.
And this year, they've been god-awful at it.
Yeah.
They've only had 2 possessions where they've actually gotten off the field. I think it's 2 of 12.
Well, it's 10 straight. The other team had scored against us, going into first half last night in the Colts game. Yes.
And so it's hard for me to sit here and say, oh, yeah, Anthony Weaver, he's a clear-cut choice for, the guy to replace Mike McDaniel as the interim coach. And truthfully, he does deserve it. But your unit can't be struggling worse than everybody else's unit. And then you say, okay, I'm the head coach. Somebody else take over the struggling defense. And I know it's possible. I mean, Joe, let's be real about it. I'm at the point where I'm identifying an interim coach. Got my candidates.
Well, who else on that staff is going to be an interim head coach if Mike's gone? It's got to be Anthony Weaver next, right?
No, not necessarily. Darren Bevel has already been an interim coach. Eric Stootsville's been an interim coach. He's the associate head coach.
By the way, the Stootsville, that'd be a good one. That would be a good one too. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what is the right approach. The last time Chris Greer, the last time Chris Greer doesn't get any say.
No, Chris Greer's he's done. He just needs to just keep that title and not say anything. Exactly.
So if I'm Steve Ross, the last time he listened to Bill Parcells and anointed Dan Campbell, and I don't know if he would still go to the well of Bill Parcells for guidance and advice. I haven't heard from Bill Parcells in years. I haven't heard whispers from Bill Parcells in years. But it's that's who he went to last. And I don't know if he impacted the Brian Flores search. It's interesting to see who's still Steve's advisor.
Hey, Omar, I want to ask, I want to cut right to this. Is there a chance to have this Buffalo game because a lot of people think that could be the time? That was kind of what I was getting last night from everybody. If it's bad, do they just say we got to make a change, or is it to that point, or is that too early?
No, I don't think it's too early. I would do it probably after I see how they perform against the Jets. I mean, let's be real about it. And I hate to talk like this, but they're not in Buffalo's league. Do you expect them to go up there?
Well, they're in your division. I mean, you got to.
I know, but they're a different team. They're a different caliber team.
Can I ask you another one? Like Tua put up nice numbers. What do you think of Tua's play yesterday?
Okay, average.
Okay.
I know the passer rating is high, 115, but ending the game on an interception, ending the game with 2 straight sacks. And as I always say, I wish he had better team around him. I wish he had better protection around him. But you need to get to the point where your quarterback raises the tide. And we're not there with Tua right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to him.
He doesn't look like the same guy to me at all. I know yesterday
looked
looked better or something. I don't know if he got hit too many times and he looks a little slower than he was already, not very fast, but he looks even just Yeah, I agree.
Tua used to have great pocket presence. Not good pocket presence, but great pocket presence. And I don't see that anymore. And I know over time, bad lines, you get gun shy, you pull the trigger quickly, you feel ghosts coming. And I can only suspect that this is a byproduct of working behind bad offensive lines.
Okay, but I mean, so what do we do? What do you do on that deep throw? I mean, he underthrew Tyreek Hill by 10 yards at least.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that ball's out in front, if you got an arm, ain't nobody catching Tyreek. That thing, he's running away from that guy like he's running a 100-meter track on a race.
You know, it's funny you say that because I heard Tua's response to that throw about how it's you know, you got to underthrow guys, not overthrow guys. And then last night I was watching that Vikings game, and J.J. McCarthy just overthrows Justin Jefferson, and the announcer, forget who the announcer says, it's important that you underthrow guys as opposed to overthrow them.
This must be a new thing. I've never heard of that. I got to tell you, if that's what everybody's talking about, I heard Tua say that yesterday too. And, hey, Tyreek, give you a heads up here. I mean, I don't know, man. Put air under it because it's really hard. That guy's got a different gear than 99.9% of the players in the league. I'd rather just see you get it out there. Now, he made a nice adjustment, but we don't score on that. We kick a field goal instead of get a touchdown. That's got to be 7.
They have to work on their chemistry. I've been saying that since the beginning of training camp, and I don't think it's gotten any better. And this 6 for 109 yards, still not impressive because I know they could do better. I know they could do more.
Hey, I know you haven't talked much about it, but so help me with all the confusion at the end of the game that just looked. It looked like, you know what? I've been to a youth football game down on a park, and it didn't look that bad for 8 and 9-year-olds. Like, what happened with all those things that were going on? Too many guys in the huddle, wrong personnel. You're calling one play, it's not matching with what I'm looking at. The frustration. And by the way, it was there for a few plays. Like, and then Mike's going, we got to get this worked out. What do you guys do all day? What's going on over there every day? We playing games? New video games out?
Oh, Joe. At one of the major confusion points, they scored that deep pass to Tyreek right after it. And it's funny because I'm watching it with my binoculars, and you can see not only Tua doesn't know what the heck is going on. He calls a timeout, goes to the sideline, but then Tyreek and Waddle, they're both like, huh? What is this?
Right.
And they're doing hand motions to the coaches. And I'm genuinely thinking to myself, like, is this a new play we just put in like Thursday? What is going on? And even the utilization of Ollie Gordon, 1 run for 8 yards.
Don't get it.
You never see him again.
Don't get it. Exactly. Did he do something wrong?
There's so many things that you just are head scratching that you're saying to yourself, like, what is going on over here?
Yeah. I know. Listen, he loves Achane, and I get it. Achane's a hell of a player. Made another great run yesterday for a touchdown. I get it. He's a mismatch waiting to happen with that great speed he has. And by the way, Mike loves the speed more than anybody else in this league. And when he gets right back to it, he's addicted to Achane, Tyreek, and Waddle. And that's what it's about. Those plays where he goes, oh, got the middle linebacker on Achane. We win. And, makes him look silly. And
yeah, but you know what, Joe? And it's funny because you're just inspiring a Miami Herald column for me. You know what problem number 1 of this team is right now? In my mind,
sure.
Yeah, there's a long list of problems, but you know what problem number 1 is?
No.
You're not stopping anybody running the ball. And that comes
No, that's true, by the way, and running between the tackles. I mean, they are running inside. There's no fancy, let's pitch it out wide.
Yes. And I watched that game yesterday, and you know what my thought is? Man, do I miss Calais Campbell. And these young players, and you knew you were going to go through this, the growing pains of young players. This is what happens when you put, Jonas Savanaugh isn't playing well either. So this is what happens. You got to go through the growing pains of young players playing, but man, you got to speed up that development.
Yeah.
And you're missing it's very obvious and clear you're missing Calais Campbell, not just the play, but his ability to identify what's coming and tell his teammates.
Well, listen, man, we could bring that up, but he's out in Arizona playing right now.
Yeah.
I can't bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we have. So Woody's wants to blow this whole thing up, man, after 2 games back here, and he's got a lot of followers.
Yeah, tell him be patient. I don't think it's wise to do it after Buffalo because,
got extra days. You got extra days to get things.
Extra days ain't gonna do me no good. Like extra days, okay. One, the team has to respond to it, and you have to see if the team is responding to these coaches. And I'm still not, because if that H-Hand doesn't step an inch out of bounds, aren't we talking about a very impressive victory?
Yeah, man, but that didn't happen. Listen, man, it's bottom line. It didn't happen. He stepped out, and I know that was the positive spin yesterday. But you still are you still feeling really good about everything that happened yesterday? Really, have you give up kickoff return? I mean,
no.
And their kicker tried. God bless that kid from Borgals. He tried like hell to give us hand one to it. I don't know if he's trying to get himself cut yesterday or he was just, wanted to keep us around. Boy, that was got a break.
We got a lot of issues, Joe.
Yeah, we do.
The question is, if you pull the plug now early, do those issues get fixed or do they get worse? And I would kind of argue to you that they get worse.
I don't know, but man, whatever they're doing all week over there, besides they all like each other and they all get along now, and that's great. And everybody, this is the closest group they've had. Maybe they need to study together so they know what the hell's going on and they're in the right place and stuff. By the way, Willie Gay needs to play more football too. I don't know what you want to do. Which guy? Somebody got to give up some playing time for Willie Gay to play. He's too damn good. Anyway, I don't want to do with that one.
I'm not arguing with you on that. You're right. You can't play 2 games. You can't play 2 snaps and make 2 plays, and then hit the sidelines.
Yeah.
You got to consider everything now.
Yeah. I'm not sure how good Fatu's playing right now either at safety. Anyway, hey, listen, man, we could go on and on. Appreciate it, man. This is not exactly what I thought was going to happen to start the year, and I know you probably didn't think this either, that we're sitting here looking at 0-2, and Drake May look like he and Daniel Jones are going to be Pro Bowlers so far, just about at the Pro Bowl level. So that's not good. Thank you, Omar.
The only thing I wonder and I question is how they haven't checked out, but how many players have bought in?
Yeah. Hey, man, once you set something up, it's hard to all of a sudden change and try to come back in, and all of a sudden you're a different dude, man, than you've been. I'm not sure how that works. All right. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thanks, Omar.
All right. Talk to you later.
We didn't get anything accomplished. He's a little down in the dumps, too. See what's happened to everybody? Hey, man, it's hurricane season. You know that. Protect your home with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Old or leaky roof, replace your old roof now and pay later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials, lifetime warranty, plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Save big on their legendary state-of-the-art Impact windows and doors. Impact windows as low as $6 per window per month installed. Covering all of South Florida. Got a great staff and ready to help you. There's one thing you can do this hurricane season or when it's over, and that's called Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. Let them help you. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, that's LoctiteImpact.com, or call 954-500-LOCK. They got a great staff ready to answer all your questions. Chev and his team over there will do a great job for you. Hey, listen, man, I tried to be upbeat coming back. All right, I tried right there. Might have been a little fake, but that's okay. I'm kind of a phony in general anyway. 33-27 lost to the Patriots yesterday, and the Canes, of course, taking care of business and treating South Florida like a team that they used to be. Just a little reality check for them. Really got after them from start to finish with damn near, a 2-hour delay in there in between, and then came right back out and 3 plays and a touchdown. Man, it was a business trip for those guys and played really well. A lot of the receivers had good game. Man, that position, I was a little worried about that position. Like when everybody's talking about, I was kind of worried they lost all their receivers. And by the way, not getting much out of the tight end position right now. But I was like, oh, man, I don't know how good are these guys. And, Trader, I don't know if he's hurt, but he just hasn't done anything. And I thought he was the best of the bunch, talent-wise. Route running, the whole thing. I just thought Trader was going to be phenomenal. And I got to tell you, man, and maybe he will. Maybe he'll be a late bloomer. Maybe he'll, take – I don't know what the game is. I guess he's been injured a lot. But they got a group of receivers right now, including a couple of true freshmen that are really good. Like Josh Moore, what is he, Woody? Like 6'4", 205 pounds. He can run, 39-yard touchdown. The ball was underthrown. Comes back and makes a great catch. Nice concentration. The guy couldn't rip it out of his hand. That was really, really a nice play. But CJ Daniels has been so good. Just been a real surprise to me on just how good he's been now that he is kind of a number one receiver on this team. And then Malachi Toney is I don't know what to say about Malachi Toney. He is special. But they got a group, man. The transfer portal wide receivers all coming through and making plays. So it's been a good group, man. They just getting better and better. And so it's been fun. We'll see what happens Saturday night. And, of course, the big show's coming to town, which is pretty cool to have all those guys. The ESPN Game Day show will be here. That'll be fun. Saban and Herbie and McAfee is a trip. By the way, this thing, they kicked this field goal. I laughed my ass off. It was so fun to watch. They're throwing in money. Now listen, I don't know he and Herbie. Like, Herbie, you're putting in 200, I'm putting in 200. They're throwing it like it's a $20 bill. They're going 200 grand, 200, 100 to the charity. And then he goes, all right, check that. We'll give you another one. You missed it. It ends up being a great segment to that show. Herbie's playing along with it. I got to tell you, I don't know what you think of McAfee. His personality is really good for that show. His personality's really – now, some are telling me they think he tries to control the show too much. Woody, I don't know what you guys think, you and Jamie think, but –
well, I'm happy to share my thoughts with you, Joe, in a moment. I just want to let people know we just got this in here, just tweeted out. ESPN sources from Adam Schefter. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will need toe surgery. Will sideline him a minimum of 3 months. So Joe Burrow essentially out for the season here.
Wow.
So there's your first, is that right? The first starting quarterback to go down?
Brock Purdy.
Oh yeah, Brock Purdy. That's
right.
Good call, Jamie.
Yeah, he's not very good.
San Fran. Whatever your comments, whatever. He got a fat contract.
He did get a big contract.
I'm not sure about him either, though. I'm with you.
All right. But what quarterback we know is good, who, by the way, has missed a lot of time.
Hey, man.
And that team does him no favors with the crap they've surrounded him with on that offensive line.
You say whatever you want,
defense.
But the turf toe doesn't usually have to do with the blocking.
Nevertheless, Joe Burrow out for the season at this point. So
that's a tough one.
Yes.
That's a tough one. Well, Dolphins in a situation with their quarterback where they gave him all that money and they owe him a lot of money, and he is set up for next year and maybe longer to get a lot of money. And so, you talk about jumping in bed with somebody tied into your head coach and your general manager who signed off on everything, that's where you are right now. You got to make some big decisions here. Big decisions.
Well, what can you do? The owner is just going to have to write a big fat ass check, right?
Well,
but he trusted those guys to make the right decision, and they made the very wrong decision. So
I agree.
By the way, it's still
I
frustrating.
agree.
I watched Justin Herbert play, and it's just still very frustrating.
Well, Justin Herbert with this coach, with Harbaugh, has been looks really good. Well, it's one game.
You could
play
coach
2 games?
Justin Herbert. He'd look better than our guy. I mean, one guy looks like a quarterback and could probably make that throw to Tyreek. He's probably not going to throw a duck up there 40 yards.
You don't have to worry about Herbert underthrowing anybody, correct? Is that what you said? Yes. That would not.
Essentially what I said, yes.
Yeah, that's not.
You said it a nicer way.
No, that's not. So we have a quarterback that couldn't get it out there.
When they evaluate the guy, that he can't throw the ball a certain amount of yards, that he has no arm strength. Is that something in their evaluation process?
So it should be. No, I'm not saying everybody has to have a Josh Allen arm. But I will tell you, but if you're playing up in the Meadowlands where that wind blows through there and they get really crappy weather, and Buffalo, you can't have a guy that's it's a good arm, not a great arm. That probably doesn't work real well in that outdoor, from November to the end of the year. That's probably not.
Him running out of bounds on that third down play was probably the one that really pissed me off the most.
I think that pissed off most people at the game. It's funny you said that. Yes, I agree. That's the one I heard.
You get sacked on 4th down. It's whatever, your offensive line.
I had people tell me he's afraid of throwing an interception.
Oh, really? He didn't seem so afraid on the possession
No,
before.
oh boy.
Or he didn't seem so afraid when he threw that really nasty interception you got a penalty that got him the ball back, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't seem so afraid on those, but by the way, when he throws a pick,
Oh, no, he gets his money's worth, doesn't he? He's overthrown. And then the other thing is he's overthrown Tyreek on a couple of passes in first game, and then yesterday the guy slips behind him. He's just overthrows it. He's open. He's sitting there open.
You have a major problem at that position.
You do. Anybody still trying to sell you we don't have a problem at that position
don't anymore?
Yeah,
the people that are give him an offensive line.
I know,
great. Yeah, I don't know it anymore, man.
Look at man, he is. And by the way, I'm a little afraid of what you and I haven't talked about it, but you brought up the hits, and he's in that pocket, and he doesn't see number one where he wanted to go is not where doesn't look like it's a positive play. And all bets are off, man, on what's going to happen with him from knowing.
Boy, does he look lost when he starts. David Howard's right.
I don't know if it's worried about getting hit. I don't know if it's just, not sure where to go next. I don't know how much he can see over the top of everybody when that thing collapses. Or is it just hit me? I don't know, but he doesn't look the same. He just does not look the same. And by the way, if you just saw the stats yesterday, what are you blaming him for? He had a good game. He was fine. Not really. Not really. He didn't get a complete hall pass. And this thing about just always blaming the offensive line, look, it's not great, but it's not that bad. He's still able to throw yesterday and throw the balls down the field and get some throws and hit some guys. And listen, he's got good receivers. Can't do any more at receiver than what he has. And those guys all look like they were supposed to look yesterday. Waddle looked, I'm a little worried about Waddle, to be honest, here recently, too. He has a nice game.
To Waddle, feels like every time he catches the ball, he's getting led on his back towards the defenders and just gets popped in the back. You notice that?
No. The passes are not zipped. They're all timing passes. You're right. So
he gets it square. I got to give Waddle the benefit of the doubt. I know he's a little bit fragile, but man, he takes it square in the back every single time. It seems like they don't do him a lot of favors.
I got to be honest. I think Tua, with what he does, feels most comfortable throwing to Achane. Swing passes,
screen passes,
little isolated one-on-one that they scored the touchdown where he comes out of the backfield. And
okay, but you didn't pay him $200 million plus to throw screen passes.
No.
You and I could throw screen passes.
He came in to be a franchise-looking quarterback. man, we and Mike went hard to bat for it. And listen, there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a laundry list of things to look at going forward.
At least the owner saw it in person, right?
He sees them all.
Thing.
He goes all of them. He was
at
at Indy.
TV. Yeah,
he was at Indy. Had his buddies. George Perez he was there with a bunch of guys. He's with the whole family yesterday. He's down on the field. But going down and shaking everybody's hand and stuff, I'm guessing when you're losing, it's not.
If they get smashed by Buffalo, is it time?
Could be. Could be.
Omar's like, it's not a rush or whatever. Like, don't be in such a rush. What are you talking about? Don't be in a rush. What are we waiting for?
The only question is if you're going to make a decision, which guy in the staff, you got a lot to choose from.
Yeah, but if you believe you're the worst team in football, which they very well may be.
I don't know. You keep going back. I don't know if they are. I mean, wherever you want to do, you go do your Woody's power ranking. I don't know. They're bad.
That. It's about,
but they're bad. I know they're bad,
pick.
But I don't know if they're. But I don't know.
You know that, right? The worst team gets the first pick.
I get
okay.
That, yes.
Just want to make sure you're aware of that.
You teach me. You're
Arch
up on
Manning
the
is out
stuff.
there, bro.
Good.
Arch Manning.
You doing the Arch Manning thing today? Is that a joke? I got to tell you who else not exactly looking like a first round pick. A kid playing at Clemson.
Yeah,
not
boy.
exactly.
Hey man,
he's not looking. By the way, he's almost a point not looking like you can draft him.
That was funny. I was talking with Monroe. We were watching that game together, doing the pregame, and we go, man, at least we don't get Georgia Tech this year. We might get them in the championship game, but they.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody wants Georgia Tech.
No, nobody wants any part of that. They've gotten better, man. They've got a nice little team over there.
That guy's a good coach.
They've got a nice little team, but
that guy knows what he's doing.
You won't see them until the conference championship game, thankfully.
Oh, listen, let's calm down on that. You're just putting a whammy on the team. Let's see what happens late in the year.
Oh, now I'm jinxing the team.
Yeah, just calm down.
Why don't you tell us the Dolphins are going to go beat Buffalo?
Did I say that?
You probably will on Wednesday.
Is that what you really think I'm going to say?
If you think they had a good week of practice,
you think that's
things are going well.
So you really
what kind of mood you're in.
You really think I'm going to think that? You just make shit up. You're just back to making shit up. This is when you're at your best to make your thing. I just said calm down.
Are they going to cover it?
I said calm down on the Canes and to see how it plays out during the season.
Put a hex on them.
Huh?
You told me I was jinxing them.
I didn't say that. I just said calm down before you go to the ACC game. Hey, right now I want to tell you about Harvey Cohn and Gary Judah. You really, you know what?
They've looked very good.
You're going to have to get, you know what? You're not going to have to split shows here pretty soon.
I haven't seen a team play yet in this country that's looked better than Miami. Have you?
No, they look really good.
All right. That's all I have to say.
Oh, my God. Can we play the next two games, Florida and Florida State? And then let's have that conversation. One of them's an ACC
that guy's going
game.
For the all-time record in picks, so.
All right. Hey, listen. Jamie, will you talk to Woody for a second unless he wants to do all the business stuff? Hey, I want to tell you about Harvey Cohn and Gary Judah for just a second, man. The partners of Cohn and Judah Injury Law Firm, personal injury attorneys in Plantation, the same partners who handle your case from start to finish for more than 30 years each of experience, big enough to go to trial and get you multi-million-dollar results, small enough just to call you back. I tell everybody this. If you've currently been injured in an automobile accident or something at work, a little slip and fall, hey, listen, and you're hurting, you went with a law firm that you're not real excited about because you realize that the person that had their name on the law firm is actually not going to handle your case, and you thought that was going to handle. So now you're off on a handoff attorney. We call them handoff attorneys. A handoff attorney that works in the firm, and you got 4 or 5, they got 4 or 5 cases, and you're one of them, and all of a sudden you realize you're not a priority to that law firm. You're just one of many, many cases going on right now. If you want the personal touch and some guys who really care, that make you feel like they're the only client they have, then you're going to love Gary and Harvey. Their work, their compassion, their communication that they're going to have with you is second to none in South Florida. They're that good. 866-FAIR-FEE. Find out what everybody's saying about them. Go to CohnandJudah.com, and remember this, they don't pay other lawyers to do the work you hire them to do.
there's alerts going on right now with, man, the season's over. I think the alerts are more on like, dude, what are we doing that we've done all these other years to start fast, to help us get to where we want to go, to where we want to have those explosives, the pre-snap communication, the timing, the operation, all of that. Like, I think that's where the alert is more a concern, is trying to find that urgency back for our offense and then for our team as well.
All right, Tua trying to figure it out, man. I tell you one thing I'd do right off the bat, look in the mirror. Be a good way to start before you start looking around here and everything else. And, boy, I was just thinking last night we had our general manager talk, what he called again? What was that? Which one of the Ree brothers was it? Reset. Yeah. So we had a GM come out and call it a reset. Then we've just gone through all these stages of stuff. Now Mike's put in this off. I don't know if he's added some stuff that or guys can't count to 11 or guys don't know when they're in the game and not in the game. But I got to tell you, man, I never seen this. I know I didn't play with the smartest group of guys, maybe like book smart, but at least they knew when they were supposed to be in a damn game and paid attention.
But this stuff you're hearing, I mean, is it on coaching? Is it on the players to do more, like all this miscommunication nonsense? Like, I know the training camp isn't, what it used to be, I guess, right?
Yeah, but you would think because camp's not as physical, did you have more time for mental stuff to at least get all the mental work you used to get? Like go through walkthroughs and make sure everybody's paying attention and your coach, if you have to babysit a guy and by the way, you got some guys that, it's like your kids go to school and some kids are smart and remember everything you tell them.
So I think you can give a good perspective on this because you played with really good quarterbacks. What is that process like? Like, how much time did your guys spend with you to make sure when the season started, you were on the same page?
The quarterback didn't have to because it was driven by the head coach.
Okay.
Danny didn't call or Don Strock didn't call you in the middle of the offseason about football. They called you to go golf with them, have a couple cold beers. But it's just.
So it's a coaching thing.
This thing starts with like, my coach was so dominant. Like, it was his culture. It was his team. It wasn't my team. It was his team. I'm just there. He could be there forever. He knew that he's going to be there as long as he was there forever. It was a cold business. You're playing. Stay close. This is how you're going to feel good. Win games and you'll feel good around me. But everything else is, going to be, but we're going to be prepared. And some of you might not like some of our practices and may not be for you, but we're going to be prepared. There will be, look at some of the stories about some of the killer bee defenses and the no-name defense. We make 3 or 4 mistakes mental mistakes in a season. Like those guys, there wasn't breakdowns back then. They were there all day. Like they couldn't help it. You couldn't forget about it. Even if you were a big dummy, you couldn't forget because they told you the day before.
Speaking of that, how's Bo holding up here?
Bo's not doing good.
No.
He called me. I know when he gets off the air for TV because he calls me right away. Yeah. Well, what can I say? I go, Bo, what can I say? Well, whatever you're going to say. What?
So he's not taking it too well.
No, but he's not the worst.
Who's the worst?
O.J. McDuffie is by himself.
Really?
O.J. McDuffie takes it. I mean, he sees his stuff. It's just.
You think he'd be used to it by now?
Yeah, it's been going on for a long time. It's
That's sad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Look what we're doing to people, man.
I know.
Nice people.
People get excited. Some down this year, people not everybody. The numbers of people going, I don't know about this. I'm going to sit back and watch. I don't know this stuff about now they're closed and we got rid of Ramsey and Jonnu and things are going to be better. I'm going to back off here on the reset here a little bit. But we had a lot of people were drinking the Kool-Aid like, oh, man, we got our guy. We got our key guys. They're still there. And
I read that thing from Mr. Ross yesterday again. I told you. And
that was from the one of last year, you mean?
Yeah.
And
he was
the
talking
Jets
about
game?
They have a great working relationship, Mike and Chris. It's like, great, like that matters.
We're getting to the point here of
maybe
maybe
you should have guys that disagree once in a while.
Maybe we're getting a little finger pointing here pretty soon. Maybe I've seen this show before.
I don't think they have to worry about it after Thursday. It's time, man.
Hey, Woody, it may be time, man. You might be right. You might be right on it.
I don't know if those players have anything left to give or whatever, but
they're going to go out and play. I mean,
yeah.
I guess they can be smarter.
They just don't respond to this.
I guess they can at least figure out when they're
on.
supposed to go on the field, though, and get in the huddle and not. But outside of that, hey, 9 o'clock hour is coming up, man. I want to tell you about Cliggies. Oh, my gosh, nothing like a Cliggies golf cart. I'm talking about the neighborhood golf cart. I'm not talking about going out golfing. No, I'm talking about the cart you and your family can jump in that's fully loaded and got everything you could ever want to really enjoy yourself with your family in the neighborhood. And there are some big golf cart communities, big around South Florida. I don't care if you're in Dade, Broward, Palm Beach County, anywhere else, Cliggies is a place to go, man. Wait until you see it. They are all electric, featuring 48 and 72-volt lithium battery options, designed and engineered to be a leader in quality and safety with aluminum frames, adjustable front seat, and their 6-seat models, which is something nobody else offers. They got the 4 and the 6-seaters, but they are fully loaded with every toy you could want, including color of choice in colors. They'll paint it for you. Sound bars, LED lighting, Cliggies Carts. That's Kliggys. Cliggies Carts are located next to Okeechobee Steakhouse on Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. Again, I don't care where you are. You got to make a stop. Now, you can go to the website, and I'll give it to you. But, hey, listen, man, you've got to go see them in person and take them for a ride. It'll be worth it. Cliggies, by the way, will deliver free to anywhere in South Florida for you, so that's not a problem. They're slashing prices on top of everything else. Cliggies ready to make a big splash here in South Florida. You might as well be part of it. Wait until you see the aluminum frames. They won't rust out. You should. If you don't have aluminum frame, you're making a big mistake with the weather down here. Hey, go call 877-Cliggies or visit CliggiesCarts.com. Again, Kliggys, CliggiesCarts.com. Hey, remember this too, $1,000 off or 0% financing. Cliggies Carts, man, there's nothing like them.
Sports lives here.
Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or at DoralHyundai.com, starting with the Dolphins, who fell to the Patriots by a final of 33-27. Miami took the lead in the fourth after a Malik Washington 74-yard punt return. New England would then return the kickoff to take the lead for good. Miami will take an 0-2 record in the Thursday night football in Buffalo. Week 2, we'll wrap up with a Monday night doubleheader. First at 7, the Texans will take on the Bucks, and then at 10 will be the Raiders and Chargers. Over to the Canes, who checked in at 4th on the latest AP poll. Miami will host the 1-2 Florida Gators on Saturday night at Hard Rock. And the Marlins, who took 2 of 3 from Detroit, dropping Game 3 by a final of 2-0. Miami will get a day off today before heading to Colorado tomorrow. And Joe, before we toss it back to you here, breaking news this morning in the NFL, Joe Burrow, they were talking about surgery, maybe not. He is going to get surgery on the toe and is going to miss 3 months minimum. So it looks like he is essentially out for the season here.
A lot of people at Cincinnati off to a 2-0 start, by the way, in the playoffs. We have to do with a backup quarterback for majority, if not all, of this season. By the way, Joe Burrow's been hurt. You're right. Joe Burrow has been hurt a lot. We have to look at the amount of games he's lost.
Herbert's going to end up being the best one. Isn't he?
Isn't that crazy if that was to happen? I mean, we'll see. Joe Burrow got off, Justin Herbert got off to a great start.
Mm-hmm.
Right? First year, tore it up. Maybe first 2 years, was he put up big numbers.
Kind of a roadblock if you he can't win.
And then there people are getting on him here like you're crazy.
Joe Burrow also got off to a monster start, though, too. So
he did. And now you see Herbert, and he's got a good team. We got a quarterback-friendly coach, too, that's had success with quarterbacks in Harbaugh. But, man.
It's interesting, man. We're talking about team to beat in the AFC here, and doesn't seem like the Chiefs at the moment, but
no,
I know they're going to get some weapons back.
Boy,
Worthy
Denver,
and Rice will come back, but
Denver let one get away against the Colts yesterday.
I don't know how good they are. Talk about sophomore slumps with quarterbacks, man. That Bo Nix is a little shaky, huh?
I didn't get to see the game. I saw
he's okay.
I looked at the stats yesterday. Would he have 3 touchdown passes or something? But I don't know. Oh man, all I know is this thing is just a real crap show right now for I started to say the S word. I'm trying not to say the S word on Monday. Really I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's not
only
easy.
A few slip ups, so you're doing really good.
It's just yesterday. I guess the frustrating part is Achane and Hill and Waddle and Malik Washington all made all these plays, and you're thinking, if I told you that, it would mean that you probably won the game. And you didn't. And then you really break things down of what happened. And by the way, if we're going to start, if I hear a quarterback, it's hard enough that guys throw to the outside shoulder now down the sideline. But if I hear a quarterback starting to say, hey, listen, I'm going to start underthrowing you, it's our best chance. That way the guy will run past you and you'll see it and you can just come back a little bit. It's a lot easier catch for you. Most guys like to just run and catch the ball in stride unless times have changed here in Tua land.
That's what he did in Kansas City, remember, in the playoffs?
He did. Same thing. He caught that. That's right.
In the whole game, yeah. He doesn't have the tools, man. At what point do we realize that?
I think everybody sees it.
I hope so. Well, let me just tell you, not everyone sees it, just so you're aware of what's going on out there. Not everyone sees it.
He just looks.
I don't know why we needed these 2 games to realize that, but
just doesn't in the pocket, not comfortable. Listen, people are saying stuff, and people are like Xavier Howard studying for him, getting ready in those meetings. That's what he was doing for a living, right? For a couple weeks, getting ready for the opener. He comes out and says something. Everybody, no. X a really good player, but no. X is,
to me, the most frustrating part of this entire thing is that you had a chance after last season ended to rip the Band-Aid off and start over. And instead, you said, let's just go for it again, and we're going to bring back an even worse roster.
I can tell you what happened there. I tell you this all the time. Chris sold the owner that this thing was still built. We got to keep Tua healthy, that we were built and going to have a chance. And I'm 2 games in realizing that's not going to do it. And this team is just not.
They did the same thing last year, though. They came back with a worse roster and sold people on, oh, this is going to be good. Like, how, like, where's the math there? Like, it doesn't add up, right?
Well, first of all, nobody before the year when they talk and Mike and Chris do these press conferences are going to go, we're not really crazy about this team. So
no, they
Chris,
hit you with the "you're more worried about it than we are" thing.
Yeah,
that's usually what they hit you with.
So Chris kind of came out with, and he's up there, and Chris not real comfortable in those press conferences to start with. That's not his thing. But he goes, yeah, this is what is it again? Which one? Reset. He didn't do rebuild.
But if we're gonna do reset, we're gonna talk about this.
It's a second cousin.
Why are we doing it with these guys? It's insanity. Just keep doing it over and over again, man.
They're trying to sell now. I don't know if you've caught this recently. They're talking about young guys. They're always talking about young guys.
I know.
But I'm going, wait a second. Rasul Douglas, Minka Fitzpatrick, Bradley Chubb, Dotson, Brooks. They've been around the league. Judon. All these guys been around the league. What are we talking about here, man? What?
Joe, you lost 2 of your arguably top 5 players right before the season started. You didn't want to pay John, who's gone, and Jalen Ramsey left. Well, it took a long time to figure out what we were going to do there, right? And
they felt, by the way, I was not aboard on this, that all of a sudden, just because you have good culture, that means you're going to win games. You may like each other more on the bus, but if you're no, I don't.
They talked a lot about culture and culture change. It does not seem like anything has changed.
I think, by the way, when guys open their mouth and say stuff and say, I want to see how much tape these other guys are watching, and you call other guys out, I think other guys going, hey, you watch all the tape, it ain't helping you. You're the guy talking after the way you just played? Wait a second. You're the guy just played in the Colts game, couldn't have played any worse, and you're talking about everybody else? And by the way, the second part about being a $50 million a year quarterback or a franchise quarterback, everybody knows the quarterback spends more time with the coach and more time at camp than anybody else. That's been going on for a zillion years, except for David Woodley. Every guy is going to spend a ton of time. David, like the
nice, very nice. Jeez, man.
No, but like Danny and Don Strock and Bob Greasy. Bob Greasy left later than the coaches did.
Yeah, but this guy's got to get home. He's got game night with the wife.
Like,
Coach, is that what he said last week? Or right? He's got he goes home and he's got game night with the wife.
I'm guessing Tua spends a lot of time.
He watches Disney Plus
with Bevel and spends a lot of time meeting and going over game plans because the quarterback he's a continuation of the coaching staff. That's been going on forever. So when you decide you're going to call these other guys out, I call them the 3 o'clockers. There's always going to be 3 o'clockers. 3 o'clock, I'm out. I'm done. I can't take anymore. I can't comprehend anymore. I'm limited. That's it. No more.
Can't mess with game night, bro. Imagine if you missed that.
By the
How
way,
bad would your wife be if you?
I don't want to tell you, but that pissed somebody else off. That
what
is a former player about those comments. That upset somebody. Was
the game
not
night
happy
thing,
with
the
that.
Disney thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I go and I said,
tell me who it is?
It didn't bother me. No. But he's
me.
like, what's he talking about, man? And the other thing is, when you start calling other people out, you better be good. You better be really good or coming off a really good performance and going, we got to help this guy.
Can I ask you something? Would it kill one of these guys to say that, yeah, I hear all this stuff and it's getting to us and we want to fix it? Instead of like everyone's just like, I don't hear any of it. I just go home and play games.
How much you think Tyreek like getting called out by like Tua called him out like 5 different press conferences to start? You think
Tyreek's maybe a bad example because I think he likes the attention, but
no. Nobody likes to be called out. No, he likes to control stuff about things he's doing and stuff. But I just think after a while, man, like, all right, man, you made your point. All right, I screwed up. Okay, talk to me. Like, you don't have to go on NFL Network and then ESPN and then over to CBS.
I think the issue too is like how many fans were more angry than Tua was at that press conference? Like he just seems so like, whatever. We'll get him next week. Like, and the fans are like, they're furious.
Yes. I agree.
And then you got this guy who's just like, and Mike too. Mike's like, I know it's not his personality, but man,
That's just Mike.
can't someone get up there and say I'm pissed?
It takes him a while to get to
Can't
it.
someone like
It kind of takes him a while to get to that. That's all. Anyway, Haywood.
But at what point does Tua show like a little bit of like emotion? Like well, he's not gonna say but
I'd like to hear some more. I'd like to hear too a little more I and less we. I think a lot of guys on that team like to hear more I from Tua and less we.
What's the difference, right? He's run his course.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Hey, man, we got to go to break here. We got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. We're never done here. By the way, you knew this was going to be like this today, right? I mean, nobody's surprised. I can't believe it. It was terrible.
Step out of bounds might have been a better day. Or you know what? Here's a crazy idea. On third down, maybe you don't run out of bounds.
That was.
I mean, you could do anything there. You could turn up the field, try to run. You could throw the ball up for someone to maybe make a play.
You see somebody one-on-one in a situation where you got, and there's nobody. I'm not saying three guys around one guy, but you see a guy one-on-one coming over there. You got to give him some kind of chance to make a play. You have to.
He ran out of bounds.
Anyway, right now I want to talk to you about some other stuff here. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. The man really has no life because he's always working on getting you a mortgage quickly. That's what he does. Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage, man. I'm telling you right now, he's got some great programs for everybody out there. First-time home buyer rates. Wants to let you know the rates right now are in the 5s, and gets all the paperwork done, get you pre-approved, and get you in the game. So when you go out and you find a place you like, you've already been approved and you can get the deal done. Self-employed, been declined by the banks, no problem. He's got a program for you. I can go on and on about all the programs Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage has, including for 62 or older folks out there, a program for the seniors. You can convert your home equity into money. You got all that money, paid off that home years ago, sitting there, and you're going, man, we could really use some of this money that we have in equity in this house. Well, yeah, you can get it done for you. Go to Google reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage Reviews. Find out what everybody's saying about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. Hey, man, it's about great service. It's great service 7 days a week. You can always get a hold of them. Call or text them, 561-441-2730. 32 years in the business now, right here in South Florida. MLS 166-254. Rates and terms subject to change. Daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
Sports lives here. 104.
When I was young, my daddy turned on the TV.
That's what my daddy did to me.
And there it began when he said, girl, listen to me.
Oh, this is sounding way too familiar.
Then there's the Fins, the team in orange and blue. They never win.
That's still true.
But love them just like I love you.
Oh, man. Sounds like it's happening all over again.
Sure does.
Daddy made me love.
Come on, give me a little bit today. Come on.
Such a thing, but it's my life to love the Dolphins. Just don't expect no ring. Everybody now.
Daddy made me love the Dolphins so many times. I've asked myself why.
It's my life to love the Dolphins.
Although they make me cry.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you to, boy, I didn't realize my brother-in-law, Jamie, and his son, Zach, obviously grown up, they did this thing almost 20 years ago. Woody went in and put it together. And I said at the time, it's horrible. I'm not going to play it. And it's bad. And anyway, couple rednecks I have in the family, Jamie and his son, Zach, and huge fans. And here we are. Just so accurate. Don't expect no rings. And they're going to make you cry or pissed off or want people out. That's where we are right now, man. Boy, I'll tell you what, after yesterday, officially, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock, and it's not for the draft. That was bad. And once
that comes after Thursday, right?
Yeah, it comes. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You don't win a game?
Yeah, there'll be somebody.
Okay.
They still got a lot of Patriot kind of teams on the schedule.
Okay, good.
You think they're going to go 17, no? Or 0-17?
I don't. I'm
Okay.
sure they'll catch someone, but
You think they go 1-16?
at this point, I would like to get the first pick. If that's how this is going to go
You
down.
just switch.
If that's
switch
how this
topics.
is going to go, Joe, like if that's the road that we have chosen here, which by bringing everyone back and running it back and coming back with a worse roster, like if that's what we're doing, then let's just do it. I hate this, man.
Oh, I hate this too.
Hate this. We're talking about another year of waiting.
This thing goes back to the memo sent out by the owner that everybody's talked about after the Jets game that was obviously written long before that. It wasn't
was
one of those.
time,
It wasn't written that day at the game while he's watching. Goes, here, I want you to send this out. But anyway, it's not good. And yesterday they had chances. As bad as it started, they were down 2 touchdowns to start the game. And at the end of the game, they had not 1 but 2 chances to win against the Patriots, and they couldn't score. Throw an interception and get 2 sacks on the next one with plenty of drama and dysfunction between play calling and personnel and how many people are in the huddle. And people, I'm guessing, I was thinking the same thing. I heard the TV guys are thinking the same thing. Like, what are they doing? I think they just used a timeout. They go, no, delay a game. They're not using their timeout. So now you're going to move back another 5 yards?
Great text, by the way. 561 says they'll win 5 or 6 just to screw themselves. They probably will. He's probably right.
5 and 6 will get you just inside the top 10 picks.
Oh, great. Great. So we can get whatever scraps of quarterbacks are left there.
Hey, man, I don't even know who the number 1 quarterback is, but I think
Arch
we need.
Manning.
I think. Is this just to be funny?
No, isn't he the number 1 guy?
Does he look like the number 1 guy right now?
No, but is he not? I don't know. Isn't that like in the top of the mock drafts?
The ESPN guy's
terrible,
been stroking him. I don't know about that. I don't know everybody else. I have no idea anymore. All these guys supposed to be good. I'm watching guy Clemson. He looks
Quarterback who plays on Saturday is much better than the guy we got run around on Sundays.
Our guys,
take that guy.
I think our guy's taking a step backwards, and I don't know, man, if anybody else is watching it, just is in the pocket. He just doesn't. And again, I know he's been through a lot with concussions. I don't even know if he should even be playing. I don't know if it's on his mind when he goes back. But he doesn't move well, which he never has. But now
that's one of the biggest issues of his game, besides the fact he throws terrible passes to the other team.
Well, we saw what can happen to your point before you say this. Drake May took off and ran for a touchdown. That thing broke down. He went out and outran Judon to the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, sure. And our guy runs out of bounds.
Our guy runs
when the game's on the line, he runs out of bounds. Whatever.
Wanted to line up for that fourth down. Wanted to line up and see how that thing was going to go. Hey, we got more stuff. We got some good news coming up here. Mario Cristobal, fresh off a dominant win against South Florida, now getting ready for the Florida Gators. The head coach for the Miami Hurricanes will join us next.
Sports lives here. 104.3 FM.